Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem and here is the news. 615 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine Alexei Danilov commented on the recently published high-profile article in the Time magazine on President Volodymyr Zelenskyy and challenges that he faces, reports ICTV. According to Danilov, the author does not have real information related to the conduct of the staff or meetings of the military cabinet. He also questioned the anonymous sources that the author uses and said that the relevant authorities should find out which people from President Zelenskyy's entourage do not believe in Ukraine's victory in the war. Quote, "If you have a position, if you believe that our country cannot win, then you have no right to be near our president. This anonymous backdoor talks cause enormous damage, first of all, in our country," unquote. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelenskyy, in his evening video address, informed that he held a meeting of staff focused on the Black Sea. In particular, they discussed export corridors and defense of southern Ukraine. Zelenskyy stressed that when Ukraine, together with its partners, restores security to the Black Sea, the world gains dividends of greater security for other regions. This ranges from food security to social security because the stability of the food market influences the political stability of many countries in the complicated African and Asian regions. The head of state pointed out that the modern world quickly gets accustomed to success. Quote, "When full-scale invasion began, many around the world expected Ukraine to not withstand. Now the incredible things our people, our soldiers are doing are perceived as a given. Ukraine's success in the battle for the Black Sea is what will be in history textbooks, though it is not discussed as often now," unquote. We would like to thank our Patreon subscribers for their help. Their contributions make this podcast possible. If you want to support us as well, follow the link in the description to this episode. Spokesman for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine Oleg Nikolenko informed that a total of 25 Ukrainians died in the armed conflict between Hamas and Israel, reports TSN. In particular, 21 people died in Israel and another 4 in the Gaza Strip, including 3 children, and 6 people were wounded. 1 person is considered missing in Israel. 34 of Russians are ready to support their dictator Vladimir Putin if he decides to end the war against Ukraine and return occupied territories, reports Ukrainska Pravda. According to the survey of the Russian analytical service Levada Center, 70% of Russians surveyed are ready to support the end of war without giving up captured land. At the same time, 55% of the polled citizens believe that it is necessary to stop the war and start peace negotiations, while 38% support the continuation of hostilities. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.